Hello.
Montel, how dare you? Yeah, that's right.
We say Roms.
Right.
You as well.
Man, them. I just wonder, have you man eaten today? Have you man? You kind of asked. I'm looking at you. You see me? I'm looking out for my brothers. Like I was asking, have you man? Maybe the top row. Have you man eaten today?
I'm fed.
I had the finest of cuisine. You know that when them winners meals. You know when you get them winners meals. Like, have you ever been just a quick story? Have you ever been to a takeaway and you know when the woman or the man in the takeaway just get extras just to say, you know what? It was just nice meeting you kind of thing, and just get a little extra. That's what I had today. Hashtag winners meal.
Yeah. And you know, winners. It's mad, you know. I went chicken and chips yesterday, and I got a couple wings and chips, and I normally get 6 wings and chips, and somehow I got 8 in the box, and I'm like, you know what? It's a lucky day. It's a good day, you know. So
it's a good day, so.
You know. I woke up, I went gym early, like then I saw my team win, then I saw some other stuff, but. You know, we'll get into that. We'll get into
that. Hold tight, my 3-point collectors, man. North side. You get me?
One sec, man.
Boy, you know what? Listen, man, life's good, man. I don't know about you, man. But they say that Sunday's meant to be the day of rest. But some man didn't get no sleep last night. Some man never got no sleep last night. Boy, you know what? I'll end it off with it's the time of some man on this show are small fry. But listen, you know, I'm just here. Listen, as I said behind the scenes, I'm just glad I got my invite because I didn't know if I was gonna get, you know, I'm a guest. Like I know we're family, but I'm a guest in it, so I'm not a regular in the show. So I just wanted to know.
You're always welcome, bro. Always welcome, man.
You know what it is, isn't it? You know what it is. So,
you know it is.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why the man below me are so they're so quiet, but this is a chat for everyone.
No, take it away. Host, take it away. Do the intro. Yeah, run the intro. All of that.
Just quickly, Mons. You've once labeled me your whipping boys. Remember that?
Ooh. Ow, Ethan, I actually felt that. I just felt that.
I felt that too. Yeah. That was scars. Scars. Robbers, we can't hear you, by the way. We can't hear you, Robbers.
I can't hear you, bro.
I think we're better off.
One win doesn't change that. You still are, bro. And let's be honest, with 10 men and 9 men, was you still looking convincing? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. You still are with him, bro.
Doesn't matter. I won't tell you 3 points, bro. We're gonna get into the controversy, I'm sure, bro.
Word to Goonally. We're back for another episode of Big Six Pants. Yeah, man.
Wants Vim. I need Vim.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Yeah. You know what? And you know what? Again, it ain't my show, but I feel like we need a little bit as the host with the most. I feel like we need a little bit more. Yeah.
Like you usually tell me there's a lot to get into. What are we getting into today? Let me know.
Right.
Wait, hold on. You know what I want you to do, Mons? I just want you to replicate the same energy that you introed with last week. You know, like because last week it was a different kind of energy. You know, so can we not have that?
Man, them, United played this week. Let's get into them. Like United played.
Whoa. Slow it down. Just the intro. We're at the intro. We're at the intro.
I just want to know, like, can I not have the same intro that we had last week? Because last week it was loud. I think Mons had some party poppers. Like I see videos.
Saying we do clips. Yeah.
When the man them come to your boys' yard and that, like, and it's normally like, you know what, just go into the fridge, get what you want. I'm just asking as the host, like, no, like,
Listen, cool. No, we'll run it back. I thought, Lee, I thought you was gonna do it in it, but it's fine. We're back for the Big Six Pants. It is game week 7. It is the roundup. Tottenham beat Liverpool 2-1. United lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace.
Whoa! Wait, that's so quick. It's so quick.
And hold on. And Arsenal beat Palace 4-0 as well. There was a few other results, but Chelsea are yet to play.
No, we beat Bournemouth. We beat Bournemouth 4-0, not Palace.
Sorry, Bournemouth 4-0. My bad. So
It's been a
yeah,
long
man.
weekend.
There's 111 people in here. We're not even 4 minutes into the video. I'm sure you guys are all here for one reason. So
can we get some likes just for once, please, people? I know we do the targets and stuff like that. Please, can we get 200 likes today? Please. I didn't even 200 people in here, but I still want to get 200 likes throughout the show. We need to get 200 likes because today we're coming with energy. We're coming with vibes. I know the man them below me might not have the same vim, the same energy, the same party. Like these man when they were at Carnival, they man were on vibes. Right now, they're not on the same vibes. But you know what?
No.
We want 200 likes. We want there ain't 200 people. We want 200 likes in it. So please, guys, smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to mods. Make sure you subscribe to everybody. Make sure we come. If you got questions, if you want me to ask, I'll ask it for the mandem. Ethan will ask for the mandem. Casey will ask for the mandem.
Honestly,
So please,
you just let us know. Fire the questions at us. Don't direct it at them. They're gonna have a lot to think about this stream. A lot. So let's not burden them with questions. Just let us know. We will handle it up here. That's what we do.
Months. Next week we get our lick. We get our lick back. Don't worry. Next week.
You already know. What's that? 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
That City injects. That one's gonna hit like a stim. But we'll
Word.
We'll run out in the week, innit? Listen, people. Yeah, but we're gonna set the like goal for today. Marcus says 2-1. He's saying 210. I think that's a fitting like goal for today as well.
Marcus, that's very cheeky coming from you. Big up yourself, but that's very cheeky.
Marcus have his moment, Roms, man. I do hear it. It's cheeky, man.
No, but he went a 3-point collector as well. If that come from you, I hear it. Him saying 2-1. Listen, the audacity. Big up Marcus there.
That is true.
Obviously, we've got some images, obviously, of some of the events that took place in the game. But obviously, we'll start with Ethan. Obviously, you are the winner of the game. What were your thoughts on the game? Big up. Sorry, by the way, before we do, big up everyone in the chat as well. If you are new to the show, please make sure you're subscribing to the channel and get us to 6,700 subscribers. This is Big Six Banter at finest, isn't it? Obviously, yeah, man. 17 games since my last loss, and I don't really know how this feels in it. This don't feel good in it. Like, I don't like this. I hate it. This don't
like feel... a kid's first cut, eh? Like a kid's first cut.
Yeah, it's like someone's cut me for the first time, but I'm thinking, bro, it's just mad in it. Like, bro, my head's gone in it. I'll be real, my head is gone.
Yeah, I like that.
But big up Kingsman 7, big up Jar in the house as well, telling us to fight back. Big up Warrior J93. Said, did you see the Liverpool statement? Actually haven't seen it, but obviously I know he just said they did proper statement.
I've got it here if you want me to read it out at any time.
Yeah, I will read it out in a second.
Just know we're vexed. We're vexed. I just read it. We're vexed.
Everyone's vexed. Big up Marcel as well. He says, big up Monster Roms. Hold your head up, brothers. It's a lot of proud. I'll bring up.
Yeah.
A lot
Come
of
on. Hold that head
ahead of us. We'll take it on the chin and move. We'll take it on the chin. Yeah, we held.
As Roms likes to say, get that head up immediately.
Oh my
immediately.
That is what's his line.
Immediately.
Get that head up
immediately.
You know what? I can't even say. You know what Arsenal is? That's the first thing I say to Keenan. You know what, Keenan? I'll give you that one.
Man was heading in the floor like snot looking.
All right, Case, do you mind reading out can you read out the statement?
You're an evil guy.
Yeah.
Evil guy.
So, Case, read out the statement for me, please.
Yeah, so Liverpool Football Club acknowledges PGMOL's admission of their failures last night. It is clear that the correct application of the laws of the game did not occur, resulting in sporting integrity being undermined. We fully accept the pressures that match officials work under, but these pressures are supposed to be alleviated, not exasperated by the existence and implementation of VAR. It is therefore unsatisfactory that the sufficient time was not afforded to allow the correct decision to be made, and there was no subsequent intervention. That such failings have already been categorized as significant human error. It is also unacceptable. Any any and all outcomes should be established only by the review and with full transparency. This is vital for the reliability of the future decision making as it applies to all clubs that learnings being used to make improvements to processes in order to ensure this kind of situation cannot occur again. In the meantime, we will explore the range of options available given the clear need for escalation and resolution. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear I've hurt man from FSG down. Like that's just beautiful.
Oh my God.
Really
The shamelessness of you, E. I'm gonna be real. What I'd say, and this is from the outside, I think you should be happy, yeah, that you've got the win, but just that's it.
Because you know what, yeah.
You know what it is. You watch the game. You must.
Yeah.
If you like this, if you love the sport of football before anything, you can look at that game and think,
"Hey, Casey,
bro, that's a
Casey. I don't give a toss."
I know you don't, but do you know what I love? You know what I love, yeah? You know what I love? And even Guna Lee and Casey will agree with this. Even you can have your moment. You got your win, you got your last minute, jubilation, all that. But we know how this ends for Spurs. We know how this ends for Spurs. When it's all said and done, it will be all tears and turmoil. So you know what? Have your moment.
Rums, I'll be real though, we don't get to do the future thing. One thing I will say, we're not gonna do the future thing so quickly.
Let me add it, man. Let me add it.
You know, because like I'm the first person to tell
I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt.
Predict. Like it is what it is, and obviously big up for Sam in the house as always says. Why is Ethan smiling? It's daylight robbery. Spurs are embarrassing and couldn't break down 9 men. Liverpool. We'll get into obviously the actual game in a little bit. But E, let me actually get your thoughts.
I'll be honest in it. Like I'll just keep this nice and short and simple in it. I'll be honest. It wasn't looking good. Like I don't think. I think our performance level wasn't going to change. The way it panned out, I don't think it would have changed. And I think you guys probably would have walked away with 3 points. I'll be honest, if you kept 11 man on the pitch, brought on Trent and Darwin like the original plan A, it could have got long in it. Like we didn't have our best game. But sadly, my brothers, Roms and Monts, football doesn't work like that. And the script that was meant to be just didn't go to plan. And I haven't beat you, man, since 2017. Yeah, I'm at my pinnacle. I'm at my peak right now. I'm feeling good. And I walked away with 3 points. And there's a lot of controversial incidents within the game. And there's arguments that you guys could have scored. Red card couldn't have stood. At the end of the day, I got my 3 points. And we progressed, brother. I'm now set up to have a lovely week. Tomorrow is Monday in a few hours. I'm going to have a lovely week. Once you can throw out the means and the gifts, brother, I don't give a toss.
What you say today? Today the memes and the gifts don't hurt me, fam. Literally, don't get me hot today. Literally, dash them up, fam.
You know what, yeah. Do you know what, E? Once upon a time, I said to you a few weeks ago, it's actually nice to see you smiling again. I take that back. I flipping hate it. Seeing you happy, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
You ain't been able to see this in a while, brother. Don't get used to it.
Listen, we listen. We have to shout out Liverpool in it because they turned up and they put a hell of a shift in.
Don't shout me out. You just said Sundays for roasting. Don't shout me out.
No. They put up a hell of a fight in it. Let's say that they put up a hell of a fight. And listen, there's another team that there's no panelists for them today, but they showed more fight with 9 man compared to man that had 11 man on the pitch. So shout out to them.
Thank you.
But ultimately, you lost. You lost the game. You didn't have enough. You know, in the last minute, I don't know what Matic was doing to throw the ball in his own net. It came at him very, very quickly, but ultimately, you're meant to be an experienced international player. You're meant to be one of the leaders of that team, and you've thrown it away. And when I think about, for me, I feel like some of the subs were made a little bit late, and it's hard to really, really say anything negative about the manager because what could he do? Certain managers getting themselves sent off. You know, you've got man throwing the game, but some of the subs should have been made a little bit earlier. I think you had some really good stuff, and
we was preparing the subs earlier, and then we probably made subs at half time. We were preparing the subs earlier than that, and then when Jota got sent off, we had to change the subs. We had to change the substitution. Darwin couldn't come on. we had to bring on Freak.
But I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I saw, as soon as the game finished, I saw two black brothers in the away end with a video up, and I see them crying, upset. And listen, if you know about Spurs fans, there ain't no black boys. It's only Fuad, Tobes, and my cousin Kai. That's it. The rest of them.
Wait, a man said I saw the camera turn and I saw two
And
black
all I
boys
see
crying. That is
very upset.
That video is hilarious, isn't it?
And that's it. And that's all I needed.
But Rob's face, that's that. What's up?
You know, Casey, you know, the funniest thing is, it's genuine pain, bro. It's genuine.
Listen,
you can't make it.
No one clocked it. It was only done that made me clock it. Yeah. When you hear the music in the background, it's bliss.
Yeah, it's perfect. Because it just goes. Perfect. Tottenham know what they're doing. They wanted you man to feel so sad.
I'm liking it, man.
Do you know what's mad about that? You know what's mad about that tune as well? That original tune. They changed the lyrics to Big Ange, innit? I'm loving Big Ange instead. That's what they were singing. You know, from the winner till about 10 minutes after the game, me and Mons didn't really speak to each other, but we didn't say a word. It was painful. It was painful.
Like, you know, where you both knew you'd been robbed, but it's like kind of hold it kind of thing. But wait, Roms, it's a nice stadium, isn't it? It's a very nice stadium. Don't like you.
Let's carry on.
Rom did say you would do a last minute winner because obviously whenever we play, there's always a last minute winner. I think
I said it to him during the game.
There was one game where you guys are mad unfortunate with the own goal. Remember with the Lloris one? You was kind of unfortunate with that one.
Yeah.
Where like hit Salad and hit Lloris and it's gone in. So again, I think
even the team last season, bro.
Yeah, last season. Yeah.
Pain. Like that. How much that hurt me, fam? That hurt me.
One? You went. It was 3-3, and then Lucas Moura
went on. Man, them broke my heart up until last season. You broke my heart in the Champions League, but I can tell you numerous times you've.
That's nasty. That's nasty behavior. This is nasty behavior. I'm just letting you know.
I'll stay here with my 3 points. Thank you.
But listen, I will say
he was playing too many games on the pitch, wasn't he?
We're getting to that.
Casey, I hate you.
Let's get on to the actual thing of the whole statement that was put out. There was a statement put out by Sky Sports that it says GMOL acknowledges a significant human error occurred during the first half. Versus Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool. The goal by Luis Diaz was disallowed for offside by the off-field decision team match officials. There was a clear and obvious factual error that should have been resulted in a goal being awarded through VAR intervention. However, VAR failed to intervene, even though it said VAR checking for a goal. You're such a weirdo.
Oh my God.
This guy's such a weirdo. Pogba will immediately be contacting Liverpool at the conclusion of the fixture to acknowledge the error. So you see stuff like this here. I'm not gonna lie. You see stuff like this. I'm gonna be so real. Don't apologize. Just be strong and wrong. That's what I prefer. Just be strong and wrong about it. You see all these apologies. It's not gonna bring me my 3 points. It's not gonna bring me a point. It's not gonna do anything for me. It's just gonna let me know in the open that man have fucked up and they can't do anything about it. It's like in them animes where man's telling me Monster Revenge ain't gonna solve nothing. It ain't gonna bring them back. It ain't gonna bring them back, bro. It's not gonna bring them back. It's not gonna bring no one back. It's not gonna bring my points back.
But you need to understand
the damage is done.
You'll tell them man that no, they're not taking no accountability. So they have to say something. They have to do something. Something has to happen.
Yeah,
this
bro,
can't.
But
I'll be real.
Just to add to that, I hear you, man's frustration, because the most tap thing is how quick they came to the conclusion. In it was too quick. I didn't see lines. I didn't see nothing.
I just heard.
I don't know if you. I don't know, but I don't know if you heard from Stockley. They said check complete, assuming that the goal's going to be allowed. It was the rest on the field who messed it up, that overturned it. It's crazy. And the thing is, this is one thing I'll say here: the tribalism against this. We need to stop the tribalism when it comes to these decisions, because this can happen to all our clubs. Casey and Gunnar Lee, they will agree. This happened in the Brentford game when they didn't draw lines. Do you not remember Project Restart? Do you not remember Project Restart with Aston Villa? Arguably, you know what I mean? So this is going to affect all of our clubs. So this is where, for me, the travelling has to stop, because I have a feeling we're going to get 2-3 more of these statements this season alone, and it's not on. But the reason why I don't want to dwell on it, because word to Mons, it's done. What are they going to give us our points back? Are they going to replay the game? None of this is going to happen. So we just have to move on with it, man.
But let's just sorry, go on, Ethan. Go on, Ethan.
But I was going to say it's happened to all of us, because every game we come seeing something controversial.
But listen, let's keep it 100.
Yeah, but
let's keep it about.
I don't want to say so. But just quickly, like, a lot of controversial decisions are happening. I think this is the second statement this season as well. By the way, I think it's the second one this
second.
Season.
Yeah, I can't remember what the first one was for, but this is the second.
I'm pretty sure this is the second one. Yeah, but my thing is that I don't want this to be a thing where it just goes in the pocket of, oh yeah, man, this happens better this season, man. The refs have been crap anyway. Yeah, bro. Like, there's robbery and then there's yesterday.
But you see, my thing is, though, my only thing I'm going to say for Liverpool is, you man are acting like if you had scored, you would have won the game.
Yeah.
And my other thing is, can we not? No, I'm just talking in general. Liverpool fans are kind of making it out that if you had scored first, the game was done. It wasn't. You know, it was still early in the game. And my other thing, I'm going to think, can we not talk about the reason why you lost is not only was because of that, but you got 9 men, and that was your fault.
I'm gonna come on to this, Guneli. I'm gonna come on
to this. Man, them have 5 red cards this season.
Bro, this crazy. And for me,
come on, but hold on. But
wait, 5 or is it 3?
Hold on. It's
3.
It's 3, bro. It's not.
No, you got 1 at Newcastle. Didn't you get 1 in the
McAllister,
Newcastle,
Virgil van Dijk against Newcastle.
Van Dijk. Oh yeah, Van Dijk.
It's only 3.
It's 4.
Is it 4?
Wait, that McAllister Jones. That McAllister Jones.
Definitely not 3 rounds.
Yeah, and Jota.
Yeah, you're still fried. You're fried.
Again, context. The Van Dijk one, we all said that shouldn't be a red card, and the McAllister one was the stupidest one. We all know the McAllister one was the dumbest thing.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about yesterday. No matter how you want to look at it, you got 2 men sent off. Yeah. Now I think the first one was actually from Jones. I thought it was harsh, but in the rules,
it's unlucky, isn't it? It's just unlucky.
Yeah.
It's a red card, but it's one of them ones where, I'm not going to be mad at him. The manager's not mad at him.
But the Jota
manager,
one,
I'm not going to be mad at you.
The Jota one was just his head was gone. So you can play your games like you were doing last season, but when you get to the pitch this year, you've literally made your team, or partly being part of the reason why your team's lost, because you put your team in a predicament. For me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, the first one you got, it's not even like it was like, what was it, 5 minutes? Come on, bro. You've got to be mature enough. And he's at 26 years old. You've got to be mature enough. So you've just got yourself a yellow card. See the next 10 minutes out. No diving in. Look at Odegaard. Everybody's saying, all the Arsenal fans, rightly or wrongly, saying the reason why he didn't play well last week is because he was in a yellow card. Me, I'm like, you know what? Maybe he just had a bad game. I'm not even using the yellow cards as an excuse. Maybe he just didn't step up, and maybe Maddison outshined him. Cool, I take my licks. But with you, not you, man, but with some Liverpool fans, they're making it out like, this, that. Come on, man. Like, just take your licks.
Bruno,
generous in my opinion, but I'll let Roms go first.
Just quickly on the Jota thing, for me, yes, the first was not a yellow. Adogi tripped up himself. It wasn't. But for me, once you're on that yellow, bro, you need to use your head. Because what makes the second yellow absurd for me, not only you don't go rash and make that foul, Udogie weren't going anywhere. Matic was covering. Matic was actually covering. He wasn't going anywhere. So why are you going to be so? It looked like he was breaking, and I think he was going to drive into the middle of the field. But we had cover there, so that's why I don't really have sympathy for Josh Jones. I do have more sympathy, but word to what Guneli said in the rules of the game, it is a red. That stud shown, he's gone into his car. That is a red because he did get the ball, but it's unlucky that his foot's gone over the ball. But the 2 decisions, we didn't help ourselves at all, man. And I'm mainly mad at Jota for the second yellow. The first yellow is not on him. Do you get it? That was just soft. But knowing you're on a yellow, don't be like that and just going
in the game. I'll be honest, in the game, and I'm not even just saying this on just a sour thing. The ref was just moving crazy all game. But Dogie's yellow card wasn't a yellow card. Dogie's yellow card
Wasn't a yellow card? Yeah, Salah's wasn't as well.
Salah's one happened. I promise you, Salah's yellow card happened about 10 feet away from us. It was right in front of us.
Yeah, right.
That
Yeah.
is the worst decision I have ever seen. But when him and Basuma were tussling for the ball, that is the worst.
He won that fairly. Still, he won that fairly. I remember.
Bro, Ethan, I promise you, happened right in front of us. Right in front of us, and like even the Tottenham fans, everyone was just a bit like.
Yeah, you looked at their face and they were confused, bro.
You see them kind of refs. Yeah, they're a hazard because they dictate the atmosphere of a big game. And if you've got someone a ref that crap reffing such a big game,
I can't stand it.
It just ruins the
game. You know what he looks at? You lot all watch Spy Kids, innit?
Yeah.
You know I know he's about to say. I know he's about to say. He's violated,
bro. I wouldn't listen. For me, look, we can do all the shameless thing all we want and all that, but when I genuinely do look at it, I wouldn't be surprised if this game was ever replayed, because I have to agree the refereeing decisions were absolutely diabolical. And I can talk about the red cards, but there was a moment in the game where I think it was the first half. It might have been the second half actually. Robertson made a slide tackle, and I think it was Kulu was going in on the right hand side, and it was a clear goal kick for Liverpool, clear as day. And he gave a corner.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I was like, nah, this guy is crazy. Yeah. This guy's crazy. So for me, Roms is right. When we started getting mad, we take it with the banter. We can't accept this stuff, because for me, it's happened to me, and I know how it feels. And ultimately, Liverpool, they played well, and you're going for a title. You're probably whatever your aims are. If you lose the league because you didn't beat Spurs or you didn't get the opportunity to get a point, that's going to be a game where you look at, because it was clear injustice. And as I said, as much as I can say, bro, you man were acting like you won the game after 1-0, bro, Liverpool played well with 9 men. You played well with 10 men. And I think you would have been able to get something out of the game. And my last thing I'm going to say, Mo Salah, I weren't familiar with your game. Mo Salah, I weren't familiar with your
game. I was going to say, because there's a portion of the Liverpool fan base that thought he didn't play well. Bro, I'm looking at Salah.
I gave him an 8. I said he was a 7.
Some man were giving him 5s. Some man were giving him 5s. I'm just saying, because obviously after this game, I wanted full reaction of Liverpool fans. I really wanted to. I wanted some of that.
We need a moment of silence.
Am I missing something? What did he actually do? I don't get it.
No.
I gave him beginning to end.
I've been trying to educate. I've been trying for the last year and a half to educate Lee on.
Why you got to make my name? Why you got to do personal shit? Why? Look, I'm giving you a flower.
No, bro. Why you got to say personal? No, because bro, you made me. I nearly popped a vein in my head trying to tell you that man's a baller, bro. I nearly popped a vein in my head.
No. I'll be real. This season,
I remember that, Steve. You had Mott's doing a shadow. When Mott's is stressed about something, he looks to the side like, dude, are you really?
I'll be real. You know what? Everyone keeps saying to me like the most impressive game for Liverpool was the Newcastle. The most impressive game for me was the Aston Villa game, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because it was like old Liverpool from the season when you won it, where you man were on their necks and
for the whole
hooked. And what I saw yesterday was a man who's on 350k, which doesn't always matter but it does in this instance, because he's the best and most important player for you. He stepped up. He was running the channels, made a great ball for Diaz to go through
twice.
I thought yesterday, and it was Diaz in the first half, right at the end as well.
Should have scored,
man. I think Diaz, for me, Diaz. I thought Salah was absolutely unreal yesterday, and that assist, that creative bag he's got.
Gunnar, do you know why he's so intelligent now? Yeah, because when he comes up against pacey right back, me and Mott were saying this. Say that again.
Okay, months, man.
I know, but listen. Let me land. But I mean, of recent, right? The reason why his intelligence have gone up, because we were saying this month, he's lost that burst of speed. He's not as quick as he was 3-4 years ago, and that's understandable. That's the coming of age, but he's just a facilitator. In my opinion, he's a cold facilitator now, and he literally assisted Diaz twice, obviously for the goal that should have been onside, and even the one where Diaz should have finished just before half time. But I
said that chance that Diaz missed might come back to haunt us, because Maddison was.
You did.
At this point, Maddison was starting to cook in it. and I was like, Maddison keeps getting on the ball, and we miss chances. These men are gonna punish us. Do you know what I'm saying? They can swing it round. The way they were swinging it round our box was like prime Wenger's Arsenal, bro. I swear down the way they were swinging it was torture.
It wasn't
It was so like, bro. Every time it kept doing this, I was like, "This is heart palpitations."
You used to understand every every foul that was called for us, every goal kick, we were fist pumping, bro. Every little minute.
I was celebrating little free kicks, G. Little free kicks that didn't even matter.
I get it. Because you remember down. You remember? Think about it. You was in deficit for 70 minutes, and then even more of a deficit for 20 minutes. Like it
for
was,
the last
it was
20,
a long
yeah.
time. What I would say is,
at 10 men, I was saying, "Oh, we can nick this," you know. And then when the second yellow card, the second red card, I was like, "Yeah, this."
Even the moment it came to my mind where I think Salah was released on the right hand side, and he was going. He sprinted down the right hand side, and he was going up against. I think it was Nicky van der Ven.
Basuma.
It was Basuma. Yeah, Basuma. And like, yeah, you're right. The pace was gone, but even when I'm just thinking about the refereeing decisions, he gave a free kick to Doja.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Brother, I'm literally like, bro, what are you doing? Like, it don't make no sense to me, man. Like, but for me, listen, I thought Salah was in his bag yesterday. I saw it in the Aston Villa game, but I'll be honest. I listen, yesterday, I can't be shameless, bro. He was in his bag yesterday, and I liked what I saw. I saw a guy who has had controversy over his going to Saudi League. He's been paid all this money. He's been, named and shamed as one of the players that haven't stepped up in the last year. And what I saw from him yesterday, and what I've seen from him over the last couple of games, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. Like he's moving me. He's moving me in a nice way. So I'm not going to sit here and let people say that he didn't play well today. Anyone that gave him a 5 out of 10, I don't know what the hell you saw, bro. Because for me,
bro,
he was.
If my winger was doing that, doing that with 10 men, 9 men,
and then you, man, when you see what Rashford is doing, come on.
Yeah.
I'm seeing man on similar bread doing not even a fraction.
I'm not a Savile, but I'm not allowing people to come out and discredit the guy, because when he's playing on top, I give him his flowers. Now, me, I'm sorry, man, he played well.
Just before we carry on, people, I'm gonna we'll pop up the image just for continuity's sake. There's 250/260 people in the house right now, and we're currently sitting on about 113 likes. So if you haven't already, you lot smash the like button. We should be on at least 150 likes if you've got 250 plus in here. So make sure you stop what you're doing right now.
I'm on tell. Why haven't you told anyone popcorn time today as well? Because usually when no,
Casey, the machine's broken, bro. The machine's broken. You hear? There's no more.
All I want to have is the same energy. I said this because I said when I drew to Tottenham that your game's next, and I'm gonna want the same energy when one of you drop points. Now today, can you just say to everyone popcorn emoji? That's what I want to know, G.
Can I ask Casey? Do you know why there was popcorn time? Do you want to know why there was popcorn time?
Oh, we know what he's gonna say. No, let me land. There was popcorn time because man were talking to Tottenham like they were just some
Pick up Neil Gunner.
Your team,
yeah. And the difference is, Mons.
You said Case. You said to me, Mons, when you look at Everton, I'm just like,
that was super cheap.
Montel.
This is why I'm not really on you.
Montel, you called Ethan your whipping boy. You called him your whipping boy. Every time I say it, I get a twin. It's mad.
Yeah, Casey, in context, but I said that before the season started. When these men started cooking, I even said when in the preview, I said, bro, these men are gonna cook, and I don't even know if we're gonna beat them at their gaff. So I kept it true, and I said this game could get long. You man, when I tried to say that to you, man, no one was hearing it, and I'm hearing Gucci.
As I said, no one cares. Word to you, no one cares about you predicting it right. You're going to get cooked regardless. So listen to me carefully. Let everyone know it's popcorn time.
The comments are going off.
The movie's about to
No, but Casey. Difference is, but Casey, it can't be popcorn time with no film. There with no evidence. Can you catch me and Mons? Can you catch me and Mons discrediting?
Wait. Montel's about to show us some images, some gruesome images that we're about to look at. So all I wanted to
what clip of me? But what clip do you want me to put up? A clip of me saying this game's going to be a difficult game, and I'm not confident.
No,
Ethan, you like my tweet. You know what I predicted. You like my tweet, so
that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Ethan a whipping boy.
You know what it is? When man are respectful, I don't have a problem with it. That's it. Like,
whipping boy ain't respectful.
To win, these men played well. They probably could have won if they had 11 men.
Right.
Let's just keep it Steph.
But that's my point. No,
Hey, Robs, it's that first face, you know. What?
If you're gonna have any.
It's glitched that.
You know what's on time? It's on real time.
Look at that. Shit. Rums is like he's opened the fridge and someone took that drink. He's looked in his drink, that last drink, that cold drink that he left in there.
Bro. Listen, bro. Hey, yo, Mons just looks like man just dropped his whole Chinese on the way yard. You know when he just paid big £13, bro.
There's rice at home, cuz. It's so right.
And you know what? Mons is thinking. There's rice at home, but shit, I gotta defrost it, bro. No,
you know when you gotta do the long slow defrost as well. You can't do the quick. It's gonna be hard.
You gotta watch it defrost on the side, though.
Yo.
Yeah, you gotta sit there, and you know the taste is the same old bunch. Like, you know what it is.
I got a question for you, man. Yeah, if you man lost, let's say 3-0, do you feel like this would hurt? That would hurt more than the way the man of how you lost yesterday?
No.
Let's say you had 11.
No.
Bro, seriously. If you bought us because different.
Go on. Because I think if you bought us 3-0, it would have been deservedly so. It shows we weren't at the races and you probably put in a better performance. But to lose it in that nature, bro, I would have not rathered, but 3-0 wouldn't have hurt as much as deep it. There was 45 seconds left. I don't think people deep this, bro. There was 45 seconds left, bro. So to answer your question, kids, bro, 3-0 wouldn't have hurt as much. No way.
I feel like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Like even the fact that you man defended well, like you would have taken a point there. I know you man would have definitely.
100, bro. I was saying to Mons, we're about to draw this skit. It was the kiss of death, bro. I said to Mons was out. I said, bro, it's 1-1. Remain unbeaten. We're going to be a point behind City, and it will feel like a win to us. If anything,
I like that. Remain unbeaten thing. I like that.
It's true.
I said that last week, and man, they mocked it. It's not nice being beaten, is it? It ain't nice. Nice.
Bro, I would have been fuming. I swear to God, I was so close to being mad. Man said I had 9 men Liverpool at my stadium, and I failed to break them down, and they're going away with a point.
You know what? Big up Patrick. Patrick said the same thing. He said, bro, it would have felt like a loss for us. Honestly, it would have felt like a victory for us still.
Do you know what's annoying is that as well is that I don't feel like for me that Spurs were playing at them. Like for me, I just feel like we defended. Like I've cussed Liverpool's defense all season. I had much positive things to say about Liverpool's defending, tactically and individually. I'd maybe say Virgil van Dijk has been close to his best. Apart from him, I ain't really seen anything to shout about Liverpool's defense.
Yeah,
that game there, I can say, you know what? Say no more, man. Them. You literally
everyone,
put the blood,
bro. Everyone left everything on the field, bro. Everything.
Not Endo. Oh yeah, I'll be getting onto Gravenberch in a second.
Yeah,
I'll be getting to him in a second.
Endo's slow as hell, though, Montel.
Bro. These man left everything on the pitch, and I'll say big up that in it. Like I can't even. There's nothing negative you can say.
Proud of the lads.
People are forgetting though. I'd say Van de Ven put in a Rolls Royce performance that game. I think there was one or two hiccups, but there's a couple tackles man made. I was like,
bro, even do you know what's underrated? Yeah,
Ethan, I'm gonna go as far to say now, I think he's already better than Romero. You can sometimes just tell. I actually think from this sample size, I think he's your best centre back. I'm saying it for free, bro. I think he's better. And soon, if you don't believe it now, if you don't believe it now, if you don't believe it now, you'll see it soon because they're only 2-3 years apart. It's cool. Even if you don't think Mickey Van der Ven's better than Romero now, I think you would agree that his ceiling's higher. 100%. He's more composed. He reads the game better. He's better on the ball.
I want to agree with you, but you know what it is? I'm not judging Romero from these past 2 seasons, bro. Honest to God, yeah, he's playing for a new back.
World Cup.
Not even that, Rose. Man had fucking Eric Dyer and Ben Davis next to him, bro.
Fair.
So from this season, bro, I get it, and he's got attributes as well: composed, pasty as hell. Even I was gonna say the Gakpo chance where I think someone played a ball in beyond, and another defender would have
kept up with him.
You get it, like that.
Everyone but Saliba, but God.
And Konate.
But no, shout out to Spurs as well, innit? Like I thought first half,
and some of Maddison's passes in behind. That's important. You know the offside goal that got given for offside, the second one.
Yes.
See that pass? That was disgusting. And the worst thing is, I was getting hot. Rom saw me getting hot. I was like, bro, we're about to concede the same goal. What the? Like I was getting hot, bro. That's the same pass, and man done it twice. Twice.
And that's Maddison. That's Maddison at like 60%, bro. You could tell he was.
I tell you what. Maddison, I thought was good. I thought second half he dropped off a lot. Some of the balls. But Pape, whatever his name is, I thought he was solid, man. I thought he was solid. I thought he was good. I thought he kept the ball. He won the ball back. I thought your manager was actually maybe at fault keeping on some of your players a bit too long because you needed that different spark. You needed, and you just couldn't get, because what Liverpool was saying is, bro, we've got 4 big hench guys at the back. You ain't gonna beat us in the middle because we're too good defending 1-on-1, and secondly, we're too tall. You ain't got anybody in the box that's gonna be able to win the headers. And I feel like the subs came a little bit late, but they came, and obviously you got to go from there.
That's what I think Kulu's problem was. For me, Kulu was looking good at first, but then he got predictable. The defenders were almost saying to him, giving him all the space to go on the outside, saying, go there, whip the cross in. But a man would be persistent on coming inside, playing it back. You always look for the inside run, the inside this, inside. And it showed, bro. It came. That's how you got your goal. One man decided, you know what? Forget this. I'm not going inside. I'm taking you to the byline, and we're getting this cross in, or we're doing something. And it causes that's what forces errors, bro. If you don't make that cross, the error doesn't happen. You know what I mean? You have to force these situations. So for me, Kulu didn't have a great game, but
what? I think he had one of his better games.
As I said, I agree. He became predictable. I think that was the issue with him, but I feel like he was especially in the first half. I think he was very positive.
First half, that's what I mean. He started off hard.
Do you know what, man? Do you know what though, man? Kulu, that is Kulu though. He's very one-dimensional. When do you ever see him beat his man on the outside? He never does. It's not really his game. He always cuts in. So that was kind of expected. But for me, it's what he was doing when he was cutting in. Because I've seen Kulu just cut in for the sake of it and not do much. But he actually looked quite productive yesterday. He tailed off a bit, like most of the Spurs players. But no, man, I think Kulu had one of his better games.
I agree. I hear it. Just I think another person I wanted to mention, obviously Richarlison's decision making, I think was very, very professional.
Shockingly good.
It's for playing out wide. I think his decision making was good.
In the middle,
his physicality. It's like the timing of the 5-yard pass he makes to Son on 2 occasions, actually. By the way, you know what I'm saying. I think when he was getting certain deliveries in, he's very unlucky to hit the post as well. I think everyone talks about the goal. They also hit the post. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Vicario and Alisson put on a goalkeeping masterclass. I think as a Liverpool fan, I'm going to tell you for now, Alisson is by far and away the best keeper in this league. And now I do not want to hear it. Like for the 2% that didn't believe
he had a sublime performance yesterday. I'll be real. He really kept it at you man in the game as well as at the defense.
it needs to be 100% now. Do you know what I'm saying? But Alisson aside, I think Vicario makes 2 saves at the start of the game, which probably shapes the rest of the game that we don't talk about. That double save he makes, if Robertson probably passes that to the left of him and that goes in, I think Liverpool swarm for the rest of the game, and it becomes like the Villa game almost. But he makes that save, the crowd get up, Tottenham start moving the ball better. Do you know what I'm saying? Tottenham start moving the ball, and the game goes the way the game goes.
Because I said this to you during the game. I waxed lyrical too much on Vicario because I rate him E. I'm gonna put that out there first. I do rate Vicario, but during the game where it was kind of far from me and Mont, I was like, no, Vicario's cold. Them 2 saves were cold. Then when I watched it back, Robbo and Gakpo both hit the ball straight, and I expect all 20 keepers in the league to save that. So I think what Mont said is true. If he puts it either side, we're yet to see. But the Vicario hype yesterday, he had a good game, but 2 saves, let's put a lid on it, bro. It was straight at him. But in terms of what it did to your crowd, Mont is spot on. It kind of had the same effect. Sorry, I have to bring this up. When Xhaka pushed Trent last season and we just erupted, that's the exact kind of effect it had. Them 2 saves on your ground still.
I'd even go as far. I'll go further to say, you see the VAR. You see when Diaz's goal got disallowed.
It was definite. Yeah, it was definite.
Mad, bro.
You know what it is as well, Montage? You know what it is?
If these men score after this VAR decision, just like the Rice goal, when Garnacho's goal got disallowed, Rice goes and scored the other end. The crowd goes, the camera's all shaking, and the camera's shaking. They're hearing you know when the fans are doing that on the side, you can hear it. You can hear it in the Chelsea stadium the loudest, isn't it? When they're banging the side, bro. It's just long in it.
I'll be real. I appreciate you man's praise in it, but I was not impressed in it. It just goes to show that if I had better options off the bench, like it was so blatant you could see it was just kind of tired. Like we were playing a lot of the. I think Gary Neville said it on commentary. We were playing a lot of the football
where Liverpool wanted you to play it.
Yeah, fam.
Just the edge.
And if it wasn't Maddison, literally Casey, and if it wasn't Maddison, we weren't really unlocking. Kulu, like you man said, didn't really put the ball in good areas when we had 2 strikers at one point. Son came off early. Maddison came off at one point.
Very early. When we saw Son's number come up, we were like, what?
Yeah, them 2 aren't fit. Maddison, Son not fit. But my point is, the fact that it got to 9 men at home and I was struggling to break you man down. All right, you defended well, but I was getting worried, fam. Mothers. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, bro.
Because I was saying when watching the game, the low block thing, and maybe now you can appreciate when teams play the low block. It's not as easy as everyone says, oh yeah, move it faster, do this, do that, have an idea, someone break them down. What's Odegaard doing? Like, it's not as easy as you think because these players aren't bums. Like Liverpool aren't bums. They can defend. Yeah. So if you put them in a defensive formation, it just
stubborn.
Yeah,
even down to flipping the goal, bro. The ball was not getting shifted fast enough, and that's what needs to happen to unlock the defense. I even think down to the goal, that's just more so Matip's tired legs and a quality ball in. Like,
I feel like the problem that you had is Maddison wasn't fit or whatever it is. Son wasn't on the pitch to be as electric as someone like who was it, Richarlison. That was the 2 problems, and I think you can't even have long shots against Alisson because the body just don't let anything in. I said you ain't like you get past your defense, which is looking a lot better, and then you've got to get past Alisson, who's just he's like an action man, bro. He's fake, bro. Like he's not real. But I thought for me, look, as I said, you got to give Liverpool props. I think it's hard to get onto anybody for Liverpool other than I think Jota. That was stupid, but I think it's hard to get onto anyone else, even Endo, even Gavin Birch. It's hard to get onto them, man, because I feel like they all came on and they all played their part in what Klopp set out, which was some good tactics. I think the problem that you had is from a Spurs side of things is you don't have enough to really go against the quality. Like, so if we can bring off certain man off the bench and we can be a little bit more confident. Whereas you brought on some guy called Velez, but I thought this was some sort of like bloody joke, bro. I thought I was thinking about what you getting from the stadium, bro. I thought he looked like a ball man.
It's your lucky day today, like put on a shirt
like,
kind of thing.
Me tapas, bro. I'm like, bro, what's going on here, bro? Like,
It's lit that.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, what's going on? This guy, I've never heard of him in my life. But no, for real, like I thought Spurs were good, man. I think especially first half, you man were cooking up some serious heat. And I think if you can go in, game in and game out with your strongest team, I don't think you will win every game, but I feel like you will do really, really well this season.
You'll be up there. You'll be up there. Yeah, if you can keep your 11 fit and have them for the Prem and at least playing 80 minutes, all of them and above, you're sweet. Because
I agree, but if what happened yesterday keeps happening and man them start to respect me and think, cool, we need to do the low block thing, I'm not with it. Because I don't have the facilities to bring anyone off the bench to unlock. Other than Maddison, there's no one else really. I've got good players, a good system to keep the ball and break the press, but not really to unlock a defense, bro. It's looking a bit peak.
Yeah.
Let me read up the chat, by the way. I didn't get to read this out. My bad. But big up Omar for the super chat. He goes, "You can't brush Diaz's goal under the carpet. It's a massive turning point in the game." Yeah, it is. But we'll never know. As I said, you never know what happens if he scores that first. You never know what way the game entirely goes. I kind of want to move on to the Man United game because obviously for a second.
Not to prolong this, but remember the Endo and Gravenberch situation. Gunnar said it's a bit harsh to get onto him, but quickly just before we go on the United bit, do you know why I think they have to get somewhat criticism, especially from us Liverpool fans, Gunnar, is because Gravenberch showed a lack of inexperience. If there's 40 seconds left, don't try and take on Van der Ven knowing he's pacey. Just hold it in the corner and leave it there. And then it shows Endo's lack of inexperience as well, because when Pogba's driving like that through the middle, just tug him. Dark, just take him down. So yeah, they came on and did their bit, but it's fine margins, because I think if Gravenberch does what he's supposed to do, Endo doesn't even have to track Højbjerg and we come away with a point. It is literally fine margins, but we let them play. And then they scored late, but them two, I think, deserve a slight criticism. That's all I'll say about that.
Slight? No, I'm on him. I'm on Gravenberch. I'm on him.
No, I think it's harsh, bro.
Just because the man's been at the club, bro. Just because the man's been at the club for a little piece, don't mean you're not experienced enough to. I don't want to hit inexperience when you know, like, I've never played a game in the Premier League. I've not played football as long as Gravenberch. I'm nowhere near the level of Gravenberch. He has more talent in his little finger than I do in my whole body. But I know that with 40 seconds to go and my team has 9 men, I'm taking the ball to that corner and I'll lie down on the ball if I need to.
But you see, the problem though, with that is, let me tell you why I feel it's harsh, because I saw him, the throw-ins were coming in. He was the tallest man because he was the one trying to hold the ball up. He was chesting the ball down. He lost the ball, but he was trying. So for me, look, again, the guy's 21 years old. So again, when you get on, you want to make a difference somehow, some way. And again, I'm not refuting what you're saying, but come on, bro. I feel it's a bit harsh.
No, I'll be real. Listen, if Fabi Vieira was 5 games into his Arsenal career and Arsenal have 9 men against Tottenham and he doesn't hold it in the corner for the last, when there's 30 seconds left and Tottenham break and score, you'd be on him, bro.
I would be on him, but I would also try and be.
You wouldn't be telling me that's harsh. That fresh air.
All I'm saying is the contextualization of it is the guy's just come to the Prem. He's just come on the pitch for like the last 15 minutes. He's trying to make a difference. He's done some good stuff as well.
I think I thought his performance was fine. His performance when he came on was fine. His game, his intelligence, all of that is great. I rate him. And the fact that I'm actually quite excited that he's now going to start, because Jones is done for 3 games. So he's going to play the next 3 games. So I'm going to be excited to see what he brings for Liverpool.
Yeah, no Endo.
However,
no Endo.
No, he's shit, man. He's shit.
No, it's in the 8. Curtis plays in the 8.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So my point is, but as a footballer, forget about experience, because that word gets dashed around, and I understand. And it's not, I don't think for me, it takes 25 years of experience, or you got to be 24, 25, 26 and over to know that you got to hold the ball in the corner. You don't have to be old to know that. Anyone can know that. Go. I can tell you, 60. They're up, bro. Man, I've coached it before. I've coached. Man, I've done coaching and stuff like that. There are youths that know how to know. Cool. It's 1-1. We're away from home. 30 seconds left. We're getting peppered. Let's just run it into the corner. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not hearing you're harsh. You're being harsh. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear that. I can't hear that. It's impossible. And that's the one I'll stick to, innit? Like, it's not good enough. He has to hold that one, and we'll go again next game, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold it against him forever. I'm just hot at the moment, as you can be hot at your players for certain things. And that, for me, again, Rom's explained it. That can be the difference between going one point behind City. That can be the difference between staying unbeaten. That can be the difference between, Gunali said it, that can be the difference between league. You can look back at games like this and go, oh, we lost the league because of that. Well, personally, I'd look back and say, yeah, the ref lost us the game. But I can also look back and say, okay, Gravenberch lost us the game. Because amongst all the BS, all the yellow cards, the 2 red cards, the disallowed goal, it was still 1-1 with a minute to go. And
less than that, 40 seconds.
It was actually 30 seconds. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the
day,
I know you know it to the millisecond. Just let me know. And that was.
Oh, dude, the way I was watching that big screen, my eyes were like this, bro. I was watching it hardcore. I was watching it hard.
Like, as I said, people, you lot can disagree with me. Like, again, it don't take a world of experience to run the ball into the corner, bro.
What I will say though, in kind of maybe a send back for that is last week when we played Spurs, everyone was getting on to Saka because he made the mistake with let Maddison steal the ball, but there was still 3 men that were there that could have got the ball. I would say the same thing for Liverpool.
That was a very good cutback. Lee, that was a very good, bro. The cut,
no, it was. But I'm saying there were so many. All I'm saying is there were things that happened afterwards that could have stopped it. It's the same thing for Liverpool. You could go to Endo. You could go to the left, Robinson, who didn't get out.
Yeah, Endo was Brummy as well.
We could go on for everybody. So again, but I hear your point, though. I hear your point anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on, though. I'll allow you, though. I'll allow you.
Yeah, let's move on to Manchester United. Obviously, Corey, I don't know, man. Casey, I don't really know, man. Like, we wanted him here. We tried everything to get him here. We tried. You know what I'm saying? I want him here, innit? Like, but you know what I'm saying?
He'll hold his licks midweek. Don't worry. We'll get his.
Tomorrow he will be holding his licks. You know what I'm saying? I asked him to jump on his phone, even on an unprofessional thing, and he's like, it's a myth, man. It's a myth. Well, we will.
Of course, it's a myth.
We will see.
I think we need to write Man United out of the league. Any top 4 stuff. I think we need to.
I think it's too early, surely. Man.
It's not. They got no more.
Manchester United, Guten Tag is back.
You know what's tapped though, Gunnar? It could even be Jan. We've seen teams go on a late charge in Jan and just do the man.
But you see the thing is though, Ethan, yeah? You see the problem is you're now relying on other teams. What happened last season ain't gonna happen again because you've got Liverpool there. So that's 3 teams already straight off the cuff. Well, sorry, hold on. What did I just say? I said Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. That's 3 teams. I'm putting Spurs in there because they've got 1 game a week just by bare default. That's what I said last season. And then I'm saying Newcastle. So that's 5 teams. And listen, we can say the same thing you're saying for Man United, the same thing you can put for Chelsea when they get some of their players back. So for me, I don't see Man United getting top 4. I genuinely don't. And listen, that performance I watched about 65 minutes of that Man United game. That performance I saw from Rashford yesterday, that's not a man that's playing for the manager. And if you're relying on him, bro, that is spooky times. And as I said right at the start, it was hard to come in here and banter Liverpool in any way, shape, or form, really, because you man did well, very well. Yeah. With
that was my team. I'll be happy. I would
be.
Gunali, to the point that I'm encouraged. Before yesterday's game, I knew we would have a somewhat decent season, but I didn't see us as title challenge. I genuinely now think we're going to go all the way with you and City. I saw enough from, and I know I might be doing too much, but I saw enough from that Spurs game that, in the moment, don't get it twisted. In the moment, I was down, I was distraught. But now I see us challenging. I honestly see us challenging. I do.
What's the
I
encouragement?
promise you I do.
Morale
I
and the
promise you I
team
do.
spirit and that. What is
Because
it?
you know what, the first thing you lot are gonna throw at me is, but our depth, cool, our back for the depths, all this. But any
No,
of
not
us can
me.
get injuries.
Not
Not
me.
you.
I said Liverpool. I said remember when I made the call, comfortably Liverpool will come third.
Yeah, you said that earlier. I'll give you that. But I didn't see it, Mont. I didn't see it at the time.
It was all that. Wait, all of that stuff. It was all of that stuff. By the way,
It was. But Mont,
But I think
there's a saying: you see the light eventually, and that's what happened to me. Do you know what I mean?
no, you're right.
Fam,
But you know what?
Sun's
Assad saying,
gonna
look, all this
call
chat
me
after a loss, and you're right. But that's how much you can look at the game. When you watch the game, you're like, they had chances still with 9 men. Well, not 10 men. Sorry, they were still playing well, keeping the ball with 9 men. They had a good basis of a setup. Now, the problem that I think Liverpool have, I'm still spooky about McAllister in the number 6. I didn't think he had that. He played well, but the main problem that you were scared of was your defense. They showed up and showed out yesterday. For me, I look at now Man United's defense. That's shaky. You then look at their midfield. Casemiro. He looks like he's about to. Bro, he's joining Christian Eriksen.
You can say Gulini, you can say he looks like Fabinho.
He looks
like
good,
Fabinho.
he looks like he's with Christian Eriksen with that pacemaker, brother. He looks like he's on his way out.
He's picked it up a bit though.
Yesterday
boss man.
He was poor. And then when I look at the
boss man, less sauce, man.
Guy who's meant to be the clutch guy to win you games. When I look at the guy that's meant to be the clutch guy to win you games, I'm looking at them like, bro, you ain't running. We're doing compilations of you as being a comedy act, not passing, not tracking your runners, not crossing the ball into the box, and then you're relying on Højlund, who he looks decent, but is he going to get you the goals? Same like Chelsea. So for me, it's almost like, even if they got Sancho back, do you trust him? Even if you got Lisandro Martinez back, he looks like a slut when he plays anyway. His legs are bare open in that, bro. Is it after 9? It's after 9 anyway. Yeah, he looks like a dirty little dropout slut, bro. Like, he looks dirty, bro. He looks like he should have been in Rotterdam in that.
I said he looks dirty.
Then I'm looking at like, he's good defensively. Attacking wise, he ain't giving me nothing. Luke Shaw, the less said about that, the better. Because he's, again, for me, I'm just saying the players that are out, I don't see what is so transformative about them. So I can't put any respect on them. And then the last thing, I look at Arteta. He's managing half decent. I look at Ange, he's doing a great job. I look at bloody Klopp, he looks revitalized. I look at Pep, he looks bloody like he's on it, even though they lost 2 games. And then I look at the Newcastle manager, Eddie Howe. He's chopping and changing. He's doing well. And they also had out. Who did they have out yesterday? What was the centre back's name they had out? Botman. And they're still doing well. So for me, it's almost like no matter what, nothing. If I compare it to Man United for these top teams, Man United come out on top. Nothing. They got a goal difference of -4 or 5. Man United. Come on.
Yeah, it's shocking to say. It's shocking. And for me, it's not only because Rashford for me is one of the main issues. Obviously, they don't like talking about their star boy like that, but he's one of the main issues because for me, I look at Spurs and Man United fans must be looking, if we get rid of Rashford, surely we can become a better team because there's going to be life after Rashford. There has to be life after Rashford. Spurs fans didn't see it when they were losing their Kane, their star boy, and look at where Spurs are now. You know what I mean? Rashford for me holds the entire attack back. The entire attack. He doesn't balance it at all. He only likes it when things are this is a big pause, but running through him. Like, he only likes it like that. Like, when things are going through Rashford's that last guy, beat someone, have the shot. He wants to be on the end of everything. But as a winger, you need to help provide. How many assists does this guy get? Like, and I mean proper assists, not the little 5-yard pass in the box when, you know what I mean? I'm talking about a proper winger's assist. You don't get them because he's not a winger. He's not a winger. He's a striker. For me, he's not a winger.
Whoa, Casey.
not a striker.
Go on. I was
He's
just
like
gonna say,
he's like a right
Definitely
forward.
not.
A right forward. He's not a winger.
Casey. You know, this just goes to show maybe Rashford's just people just aren't rating him now because when he was playing 9, United fans were screaming to put him back on the left.
No,
So
not 9. 9's my mistake. I don't mean he's a number 9. He's a left forward. Like he wants to, like, my thing is he doesn't do winger things. He's not there to help the team. He's there for himself, to get the stats for himself. He's like a left forward. He wants to be on the end of things. He's not a Son almost.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'm the one. I think I'm probably one of the few people who think this, in it. I just think people's opinion on Rashford changes like the weather. Because last season, when he was fucking it up and he was doing the madness, this was not the narrative. This was not the narrative. And yes, people say he never gets assists. He was getting assists last season. If he takes on the man, cuts in, plays it across the box, and the man taps it in, that's still a winger's assist. But when you're so good at scoring goals and you're having so much, when you're scoring 30 odd goals in a season and you're the talisman for your team, like, I just think for it to switch like this is crazy, innit? It's crazy. What I understand the scrutiny for me is the jogging around. That's dead, innit? That is the thing for me.
We've always known he's like a confidence player, bro. When things are popping for Rashford, they're popping. When they're not, it's a stink fest. What did I even say to you the other day, once about who's better than Rashford?
Matoma.
The guy is crap. Rashford is crap with general wingers play, but like Casey said, if it's like Son stuff, bro, and the goal he scored against Arsenal, he's second to none.
He's perfect. Cool. He's perfect for that. He's a Son type player. Purple patch. They will have these sporadic performances where there will be the number one guy, the guy to turn to. Everything runs through. Everything's like perfect that they touch. Then they'll have games where you are anonymous, bro. You're as good as a plank of wood.
I think it's this 20 goals in 3 of his last 4 seasons, yet he's holding back the FA. For me,
that's great. But they said the same thing about Ronaldo.
That's great. No, that's great. You can't rush 20 goals in 3 out of 4. You can't rush that.
I can if the next in line's on like 5.
But the problem is, though, Ronaldo got how many goals in his first season back, and they all wanted him out. So why is it that one thing for Ronaldo and one thing for Rashford?
I believe Ronaldo was treated. I believe Ronaldo's 20 goals were also undermined as well. What you're saying, it might be right. But when we saw Man United, let's remove the fact of the goals. When we saw Man United, it didn't look right with Ronaldo because he was holding up attacks. It was so selfish. It visually and aesthetically for the team, it didn't work for whatever reason. You can blame the players, you can blame Ronaldo. It didn't work. With Rashford, he literally reminds me of this, like, I don't know, he reminds me of like a 16-year-old brain in terms of football IQ, but he's got the 24-year-old, 25-year-old body. So he's got the physical attributes, and his one attribute is that he can finish when he wants. But we can't do that because ultimately, when it comes down to a football team game, he doesn't pass, he doesn't cross, he doesn't work hard, he doesn't do all the other intangibles that you want as a footballer. So yes, that one attribute he's got. If you want to add a bit of stardust, he does work hard. Again, this season he does press, bro. Man presses, bro. Like he just. But again, this season, pause. But this season, bro. Do you know what? I'm convinced, man. Don't watch Man United, bro. Rashford presses, but Rashford presses, bro. It's just, again, this season, I don't know. Don't get it twisted.
But we've said how many times in Rashford's Man United career
I don't believe Rashford has been anywhere near his form last season or the 2 seasons before that in the COVID season. I don't believe he's anywhere near that level. I believe, like what Ethan said, when his confidence is booming, Rashford can pick out a pass.
Wait, so much? Would you take him at Liverpool?
Yes, I would take him at Liverpool. Yes, I
would.
Yes, I would. Hold on. Because I believe Rashford has been managed. I believe his development, due to the change in managers at Manchester United and the tactical play from every guy that they've had, has not been good enough. Oli, dance. For me, Ten Hag underperforming. For me, certain individual performances. covering the fact that he doesn't have an identity to play.
No, but
Ralph
that can't be right. That can't be right, Montel.
Hold
Because
you're giving him.
Montel, Ten Hag managed him last season, bro, and Rashford scored all them goals. It can't be just
right, bro. For me, I believe it's individual brilliance that was saving Ten Hag. For me, my opinion, individual brilliance from Casemiro and Marcus Rashford, because United would consistently play crap and Rashford would score 2 goals in the game,
Right.
and United would go and get their 3 points. So that's why I'm not here for Ten Hag. I'm not here for Ten Hag prop, because now that the whole league has stepped up a level, United are being seen for what they're seeing. Now that Rashford's goals have dried up, United's goals are being seen for what they've seen. Now that Casemiro's got a little bit leggy, United are being seen for what they're being seen for, bro. It was individual brilliance getting them through what they needed to do last season. They got outplayed so many times, bro. I
think the better question was would you start Rashford over Luis Diaz?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, cool. So in truth, if you're taking him as a squad player, I think everyone would take him. I think
he has one of the best defenders in the league, though. So.
But he isn't that guy, and I think for me, and the way I'd leave it is, I don't trust him to perform consistently week in and week out. He did it. You're right. And this comment here is correct. He did it in a short space of time, and then for the other time, the rest of the season, he was poor. He didn't score. He didn't assist. After that, I remember it was almost like after that Barcelona game, and then I think they played in a reverse fixture at home. After that, they were done. They were finished. And for me,
you know why you're spot on? Go on.
No, go on, bro.
I was going to say, you know why you're spot on? I see Son like that. They'll score a lot of goals in batches. Yeah, but it's not sustainable. It's not consistent for me enough in Rashford.
You can't
once it was patched. It wasn't across the span of a season. For me, it was patches.
For me to bring up Rashford's list of goals last season, and
that's last season. That's last season. Let's talk about because
one season.
It's not only one season. Yeah, it's not only one season. We have to look at Rashford and his United career, bro. Because it hasn't just been this season. Their goals have been drying up. So where I can say, you know what, maybe it's just more than that. But they haven't been scoring goals for years. They haven't been scoring enough goals for years.
I agree. For me, Rashford, for a year and a half. Corey says it's a year. I believe for a year and a half, he was crap. He was horrible.
I overrated him. When I deep it, I overrated Rashford, because how you speak about Rashford once is how I used to, but I'm seeing him for what he is now.
That guy.
You know why it's hard to back Rashford? Well, yeah, I tell you why it's hard to back Rashford, because he's had Van Gaal, he's had Mourinho, he's had Ten Hag, he's had Oli. He's had 4 managers, and he's had
the kids to feed as well.
He's had there you go, and he's literally had every single.
Big him up on that. So jokes aside, big him up on that.
But for me, I'm like, bro, you've had 5 managers, and you're still dropping these disaster clauses. You ain't picked up. Sometimes you got to look within yourself. You're like, you know what, brother, you're earning 300k a week. I need to see something. And again, it's not always about money. Money doesn't necessarily mean that you have to perform. But if you, as Turkey says, this is so correct. If you go and ask for that contract, there's a level that you have to achieve and you have to get to, because why? You get that, you want that, you're asking for that. So there's a level of responsibility, and he doesn't step up. So for me, I can't take this guy as a serious footballer. I can't. Just the same way how everyone used to get onto Pepe. Everybody got into Pepe. Man. Why? Because he was earning. No, it is different. But my point is, the same mentality still comes with the two of them. They're not serious. They're not serious, bro.
Again, for me, it depends what you want out of your player. And I think that Manchester United, I think Rashford hasn't helped himself in large periods of his career. His career hasn't been glittering, because you got to remember, if Rashford had performed how he performed last season for every season, he'd be the best player. He'd be the best player in the league. So let's just forget that. Yeah, okay. Man, do you get it? Like it's for me. I don't know. I think you lot. I think all 4 of you, and I think a lot of people don't know where your expectations lie from Rashford.
No, but Montel, it's high risk, high reward.
Let me land. And I think the reason I'm saying that is because when the way man were talking about him last season, The way people talking about him last season is like, it's either is he supposed to do that every year, or is Rashford just a okay winger who only excels in certain things? Because if he's an okay or a decent winger who only excels in certain things, and if you get the best out of him, you can get a season like you got last season, or if you tell him to do another thing, you get the season like the season before, then fair enough, because you have it depends where your expectation is. But if you think he's the guy and he should be like this every season, then he would be Mo Salah or just below Mo Salah. Because if he's banging,
this is what
that's the expectation I had for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say it depends on where.
And this is what everyone. This is where everyone's putting him. Everyone's putting him on that pedestal. The club
Pedestal,
putting him on that pedestal that he is the star boy. Montel. He's earning 400 bags a week. Yeah, Montel, you are. He knows that he relishes of this expectation, and it shows on the pitch, bro. He wants to be the guy like Salah. Salah loves to be on the end of things, bro. Whether it's the final pass to the attacker, or whether it's the one putting it in the back of the net. Salah loves all of that. He loves that pressure, and so should Rashford. If you want to be with them lot and earning that type of money and in those conversations, then you have to take that responsibility, bro. And for me, when I'm seeing him visibly walking on the pitch, that's something, Montoya, you cannot forgive.
Yeah,
at any level, bro. You cannot forgive that.
I've said that, but I've said that for me, it's not so much the ability. I already know that Rashford, his decision making for me is 50-50. Sometimes it's worse, it's 70-30. If he's having a bad game, it's 90-10. Like, it depends on what game he's having. For me, he's very hot and cold. When he's hot, like what Ethan said, it's very much too reliant on maybe the confidence aspect, or even to per se what's going on in his outside life. It's all too reliant on different things. However, what you can't deny is that if you're able to get the best out of Rashford, or even 3/4 out of Rashford, what you get is someone who is fun. Again, like what T says, he's fundamental to whatever success that they've had. And Man United's front line has never been dazzling in the last 7 years that I've seen them play football. And he's the only positive thing that they've had going forward. And for all the people that were licking his ass last season, to have the same opinion now that he's suddenly crap is just bizarre to me. Because he's not crap. It's just
that's his fault, though.
You see what
that's his fault.
So go on.
Yeah, no. So this is a quick point. It's his fault, bro. When you're a player that focuses, when you're a player that focuses all your skill, because that's what he's done, focusing all his skill in his finishing, and hasn't developed the other aspects of his footballing career, then, bro, if you're not doing that on a consistent basis, then what are you doing? It's not like he's offering anything else where I can at least say if he's not scoring, the team's he's not a passenger. He is a passenger for Manchester United if he's not putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
I can give you countless games. I can give you countless games where the brother's a passenger, bro.
When it's not working, he goes back to what he knows, which is try work at an angle and ball strike
and get a shot off.
You know what, Munch? You know why I'm going to get you as well. Yeah? Let me tell you exactly how I know I'm going to debunk what you're saying, because I remember last season and even a bit of the season before that.
I know what you're going to say.
We used to get onto Jota. Why? Because all he would do is he would score goals, but it was the work rate. He couldn't hold the ball up. Now, for me, I don't necessarily see there's a problem with that, because you're right. You need to know what it is that he is. If you're saying Rashford is a goal scorer, etc., and he scores goals. He played. Well, who did you play the other day? He was horrible, but he got a goal. I can't remember. Jota. Who did you play the other day?
Oh, he played Leicester, and he was
Leicester, yeah, and he was shocking. But for me, I look at it and I'm like, when you watch Rashford play, he gets goals, but I don't see what else he's offering. So yes, goals are currency. Goals hold serious weight and value. But when you're looking at the wider perspective of a footballer, and when you're watching him play, he only turns up against Arsenal. Bro, he literally, and I know he gets goals, but his performances, he only ever turns up against Arsenal away for some reason. At home, away, he doesn't do anything. So you're right. You could say, look, Man United's attack was stinky. They had bloody that wank horse last season. But brother, you can still do what you're doing. You can still step up. You can still do the little things you're doing. But it's because he doesn't have that football IQ. He doesn't know how to affect a game in any other way other than scoring. And you could say, you know what, fair play, you need to get into those positions. So yeah, that's a positive for him. But it still comes under goal scoring. But what about all the other stuff that you need as a footballer? What about all the other stuff about taking your winger on? You know, trickery. He just doesn't have enough.
Wait, you can't say man don't have trickery and takes his defender on, man. What are we doing?
He doesn't take his defender
What are we
on.
doing here, man? I'm confused.
I've seen him.
Unity, this you have to back it. This you have to back it.
I've seen him flip flop, man. I've seen Rashford flip flop up, man. I've seen him.
I've seen him skin. I've seen him skin.
He rips his wing back and doesn't do the right thing after that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man, everyone has a different thing with Rashford that you're over exaggerating it. Rashford, when man say Rashford doesn't offer anything else apart from goal scoring, I just think that's too much. I think his all-round gameplay is below average. It's below average. Like, he can beat his defender and he can pick out a pass when he slows things down or when in certain aspects of the game. But on a consistent basis, he's not, as I said, on average, it's not really up to the standard that you would need of a winger. But what obviously counteracts that is his ability to put the ball in the back of the net at a rate that is better than every other winger in the league, including your star boy and any other winger at my club apart from Mo Salah and most other wingers in the league. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Who puts the ball in the back?
But that's what Son does. This is my point. He's just like Son.
Yeah, right. But my point is that they're saying he offers nothing. For me, that's just a stretch. I'm not saying Rashford is this maestro and he can do all these things and he can pick out these passes. Again, it's just doesn't happen often enough, and his all-round gameplay is below average. I just think it's also poor management. And you can tell me, oh, he's been under Van Gaal, he's been under all these managers. He was the top scorer under all their managers.
So wait, Mons, in your opinion, what does he offer then? Like, generally?
When you're getting the best out of him, or when he's having a bad game, or just in general?
In general,
yeah. In general.
Bro, what Rashford offers is an outlet on the left wing to take on his wing back, and obviously again, for me, he's an inside forward who needs to score goals, of course. But what he does is, for me, he needs to consistently stretch the back line in running in behind, and consistently stretch the back line. Of course, when it comes to the passing side of things, I feel like he needs to take care of the ball a lot better than he does, and more often than he does. But he's still, again, he links up with Martial, little passes in between the lines. He has done that with Martial. He's done that with Cavani. Maybe not so much with Ronaldo.
Maybe not so clutching. I'll tell you why you're clutching here. Martial barely plays, and anyone can stay wide and try and receive the ball.
I was just thinking, Ethan, about that Matoma tape. You're actually right. Matoma is clear of Rashford. Like, as a winger,
are we even debating? Are we even debating this?
As a winger,
last week he disagreed.
Shaking his head.
Other than in front of goal,
you don't agree now.
Bro. Matoma is a better footballer than Rashford, but Rashford
he's a better winger.
Rashford's not even top 5 left forwards in the league, in my opinion. He's not even top 5.
I just feel like man are doing the eye test over effectiveness, and obviously, again, for me, it just depends what you value. And
it's value goals. Hold on,
because I know you and you're my boy, and I know what you value the most. And for me, I know what you value the most, innit? For me, I'll be real with it. With Matoma, he is a better footballer than Rashford. No one's making that argument. No one's arguing here.
Mons, what does this argument sound similar to? I won't even have to say it. But what this is?
Listen. I'm not even gonna go.
I know. I'm just saying.
Let me finish, Milan.
No, this because I already want to tell the figures. I already know what you're gonna say. I've already done the maths. But how about this? Yeah, if you had to play in any team, you're a manager of a team, yeah, and you can pick either Rashford's profile, which is 1 in 4, you're going to get a good game, or Matoma, 3 out of 4, you're going to get a good game, maybe decreased GA and decreased effectiveness in front of goal. Which are you choosing?
It depends. Again, the way you've asked me that question, bro, it's who can get, if I can get the best out of both players. Here's the better way to say it. If I can get the best out of Rashford and I can get the best out of Matoma, who am I taking? I'm taking Rashford. conversation.
Do you know why
But that's because of goals. That's because you value goals at the top. You do.
You know why that's cap, Montel?
Cable.
You literally just listed 4 or 5 managers that haven't been able to get the best out of Rashford. So you're not going to get the best.
They
out
have.
of Rashford.
They have. Wait. He's got 20 goals in 3 seasons. What do you mean? Utilize Rashford.
Cool.
What do you mean?
Cool, he done that
the
last
point of
season.
Rashford is that his high is up here and his low is down there. It's
Correct.
his inconsistency.
I know.
I understand that.
So cool. He did that last season. Now look at him this season. No one's
But
going to get the best.
you realize Matoma and Rashford are the same age. Matoma and Rashford are the same age. What are we doing here? Matoma is 21. They're the same age.
I think
There's a reason why one's just moved to Brighton, and there's the one where the reason why one's come through at Manchester United. It's an easy.
Don't do that, Monster. Because you know if Matoma was on sale, more clubs will be in for him than they are for Rashford.
No,
we can't do that. That's disingenuous. And Rashford come through the academy, bro. It's so. No, sorry, I have to rub out what you just said. That's so different. That is so different.
Right.
You trying to compare 2 different come ups.
No,
come up.
Bro. Again, you cannot tell me they are the same age, and there's a reason why one's played at one level and one's peaked a little bit later.
But how about this? Ten Hag would shot Rashford for in a heartbeat from Matoma. Can assure you.
Again, you lot are telling me.
100%.
I agree with you.
It's crazy.
You lot can say that. Hold on. Corey, why is Corey calling my phone? Do you reckon he's doing the defense league thing? Should I put him on loudspeaker?
Yeah, put him on loudspeaker.
Hold on, let me just make sure you're not
Corey. Corey.
That's a Corey.
All right, Corey, can I put you on loudspeaker on the loudspeaker? Go on. They can hear you.
You man are a bunch of recency bias. You have seen Matoma for a season and a half, and you
longer than that.
I have eyes.
Are you playing your brain? Does that even make any sense to you?
Yeah, fact. I bring up Marcus's comment.
Hey, Corey, before we get into that, what happened to your team on the weekend?
Bro, listen. Listen, Marcus.
He's come on this thing, but Corey, it's the roundup, my boy.
Yo, you know what? I'm taking Zaha over Rashford any day. Listen. Unity, I'll name you. Someone said name 5 wingers. I'm taking Sterling, Diaz, Martinelli, Trossard when he plays on the left, Matoma. I feel like I'm even forgetting. I'll even take Anthony Gordon ahead of Rashford. Diaby for Villa. Yeah, bro. There's a bag of man I take over Rashford. What, you're not taking Son?
On that left wing as well.
By the way, guys, Rom still criticizes Mo Salah, so I know what he values as well, by the way.
I don't. I haven't criticized Mo Salah recently. You can't say that. When was the last time I criticized Mo Salah once? I've given him his flowers this season. Yes, I have criticized him, but I've given him his flowers. This season, I've given him his flowers.
Corey, boy to boy, just join the screen with no camera and just say what you need to say, bro. Just join the screen.
I'm just gonna make it clear now, yeah? You said the perfect thing about Salah, yeah? Rom still criticizes Salah, but everybody needs a winger in their team that scores them goals. I'm not saying Rashford's the best, technically gifted person or the most smartest person on the ball, but he gives you goals. I'm not like you literally need that in your team. Arsenal have that problem. Arsenal have that problem now where you think, oh, you need somebody that guarantees you goals because their striker isn't doing that job right now. You guys don't have that problem with Liverpool because you have Salah that does that. Salah is world class, if not the best winger in the world. So anything above Salah, you're looking at a Mbappe type beat. There isn't a lot of people that are on above Salah's level, bro. So with this, like Rashford's literally like a couple floors below Salah, bro. Sterling,
you're crazy.
And this isn't what's up.
I'm not saying no more on this Rashford thing. You look that rate him, you can rate him, man. Bro, this is just getting tiring now. Tiring.
Yeah, let's move on, man. Let's get on to something.
Fair enough, Corey.
I'm just talking too much.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Or as I said, I'll shout you in it. We'll talk.
You know what? Do you know what? Thank Lord he just doesn't play for my club. I just want to put that in there. Thank Lord.
We can't have too many goal scorers at the club because some will explode. We had too many goal scorers at the club. Some will explode. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, remember, I don't agree with him saying he's a couple of floors below Salah. I think that's absolutely ludicrous. I don't agree with that. But I'm just saying, that
Right.
I feel like the ability to score goals is being undermined by you eye test sexuals 24/7, and I think understandably so. I feel like a player like Rashford is needed, but because United don't have any balance on the other side, it's just dead. It's just dead, isn't it? Like Anthony doesn't score goals, nor does he affect the game away from goals, and their striker doesn't bag goals at the moment either. So all eyes are on Rashford. So for me, he is the scapegoat, regardless. I think if he has the season like he has last season, that he had last season,
Do you know
obviously
what
he
it-
still did get some.
You know what it is with Rashford for me as well? It's his array of finishes, because he doesn't even have a variety of finishes as well. More time it's cutting back. And I've actually heard United fans say this. Listen,
Just
I've
dead.
even heard
In
United
general,
fans
yeah,
say
but
this as well.
in
Like,
general, yeah,
even
but
when cool, last season I'll probably give you that because there was an array, but in general, right, the amount of times where he's supposed to place it, he smashes it. The amount of times he's supposed to smash it, he'll place it. Like, he'll get the finish very confused. And how many times has Rashford gone 1-on-1 and he's missed? Because man want to load up his goal scoring, but I feel like we're overrating this guy. And I was guilty of this. I used to rate Rashford highly, but I'm seeing him for what he is now, man, and he only really has that one finish, really.
Move. That one
Yeah,
move,
man.
fam.
Final one, yeah. Would you man rather take Harvey Barnes or Rashford?
No, now you're being a bit too.
Nah,
That's
that's
still
Wait,
Rashford.
in front of goal or with a defender?
No.
Bro, you know Rashford beats his man quickly, bro.
No,
Like,
no,
let's
no, no.
not do
So,
that.
so that
I
Harvey
think he
Barnes
means
is a
in
bad
front
goal.
of goal.
In
Yeah.
front of no, he's talking about one-on-one with your defender, Roms. That's what he's talking about. One-on-one with your defender.
No. I'm saying in your team, bro.
He said, "No, you meant 1-on-1, like with the keeper or beating your man." Pause. Kid. E.
I'm saying in general. Remember we're having a debate about top 5 wingers.
Dennis, this is one thing I backed Monts on. If man want to say Rashford don't take on his man, I've seen it many times. He does. He
I've seen him
does.
twist up. I've seen him flip flap, man.
Harvey
Step over.
Barnes, Rashford got 17. Harvey Barnes got 13, bro. I promise you, I'm taking Harvey Barnes any day. Much better footballer as well.
Oh, because Harvey Barnes got 13 goals in his best season and
Yeah,
at
he
his
can
age.
beat his man, put the ball in a dangerous area. Trust me.
Harvey Barnes ain't even better than is beefing Gordon, man.
No.
To me, with
No,
Rashford,
Gordon's my guy. I'll be real. Gordon's my guy.
Yeah,
Gordon's better than Harvey
Wait, we
Barnes.
need to move on. We need to move on from Rashford. We need to move on.
Big up Ethan with the
Yeah,
super chat. He goes, Bro Hodgson bossing Ten Hag is crazy. Eric Ten Lasso ain't making it to January. By the way, Rashford con people last season. GA papered over the cracks. Precisely, Ethan. Rashford's goals protected Eric Ten Hag's tactics. Saying this, bro. Telling you, Casemiro and Rashford carried this guy, fam.
Do you know what it is?
That's
For
good.
me, the only
A little bit of identity, and this is it. And we'll end it in a second because all we need to do was do the United and Spurs and Arsenal. And we'll go into Arsenal for a little bit after this. But bro, I'm telling you, Eric Ten Hag is in hot water, in my opinion, innit? He's in hot water because there is no identity of football. A man was protected by Casemiro, Rashford, and I'll say Martinez as well. Let me not lie in it. Martinez as well was there as well. I think them three protected him. There's no identity. Tell me what style, bro. Because if
They don't have a style of football. That's what's scary.
If Ten Hag had a quiff and he was a United legend, they'll be treating him how Fat Frank was being treated, bro.
that's it.
And Oli.
You're getting the Fat Frank treatment, bro. It'll be Guten Tag, Ten Hag, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for me, the no style of play is the scariest thing because you can go as far down the table and go to teams like Crystal Palace and say, you know what, in win, loss, draw, defeat, whatever it might be, I know what Palace are trying to do. Like week in, week out, I get what Palace's style of play is, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. That's Palace for you. With United, it's as if, and someone said it, it's like these men train without the ball. Because whenever they get the ball, it's just kind of do what you do, do what you learn at the academy, do what you see on TV kind of thing, do a skill that's not seen on YouTube. Like
Spicy Ollie Ball, Casey, individual brilliance FC, spicy Ollie Ball.
Yeah, bro, because all this stuff's off the ball. Off the ball, they look great. They press all right. They press kind of well now. They've got a bit better at pressing. They kind of know like their positional where they're meant to be and whatever. But once it's time to use the ball and do something with the ball, Rashford reverts to I'm a cut in and find the angle to shoot. Anthony starts spinning and going backwards. It's all dead. It's all dead. Hoyland don't get the ball because none of the wingers are crossing. Anthony's trying to cut in. Rashford's trying to shoot, so Hoyland ain't getting the ball. It's just dead.
I ain't gonna lie, it's nasty business chatting about Rashford for this long, bro. He ain't even worth it. He ain't even worth it like that, bro. Like he ain't moving no needles. He ain't doing nothing for them that's gonna get them to where they want to get to, where they want to go to.
No post.
Guy got his contract, and now he's doing an Aubameyang thing. Like for me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, look, like whatever you want to say about him on his day, there aren't enough days. Let's just say that, like, just keep it a buck. Like there aren't enough days. And if he was at Arsenal, he would have been sold because he doesn't work hard enough and he doesn't do what he needs to do. If he was at Liverpool, he wouldn't even last 5 minutes because he would have pulled a hamstring because he doesn't work hard enough. If he was at Spurs right now, he wouldn't do much because ultimately they've got a unity in that squad and in that team that he wouldn't get into. So unlucky for him, he thinks he's a bigger player than what he is. Then let's see. Like
he's like the stock market, bro. You could be high one day and low the next.
I think the only reason why Rashford's even still at United is because he's an academy graduate, and yeah, his output is respectable, but that is it. I think if a manager,
it's better than respectable. Come on.
Cool. Maybe I'm being a bit biased. Maybe I'm being a bit biased.
Barely any of us have any players that can say 20 goals in barely any of us have that.
I think only us. I think it is only us.
No one has that.
I've got that as well.
It's you had even you had that. That's what I'm saying. In fact, I'd even say you actually have it with Son. Actually, no, you still.
Would you say Chelsea have it with Sterling? Sterling was doing his thing for City. Once we've had this go. Sterling was doing his thing with City.
But Sterling was getting the same. Sterling was getting the same treatment. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, like you still got it for me. I don't like backing United, innit? And I think
Monts. Marcus makes a very good point. 20 goals and they'll remain in Europa League season. So if Nunes hits 20 plus, but the majority of his goals come in Europa League, are you going to have the same energy?
The striker.
Boy.
It doesn't matter. He's still out. It doesn't matter. If he still hits them numbers.
You're Roms, you are more knowledgeable than to compare wingers to strikers and use the same argument.
I just want Nunes, bro. Please.
We're not gonna do that one today. And let's be honest, how long have Arsenal been in the Europa League? And man want to talk about GA. So do you want to start deducting GA from that? Do you want to start doing that?
True. I'm just going to what Marcus said.
Why one second? Anyway. Let's move on to Arsenal, please.
Bro, like, you get it. Like, see what I'm saying? So we're not going to do the Europa League thing when the man that are doing well now, look how much of their GA is coming to Europa League. I'm not going to just deduct it for the sake of deducting it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I just want my prop.
And we can talk about the Champions League goals as well if you want to do that.
Let's move on to Arsenal.
Yeah, one second. I just want my prop, fam. Please. My prop. Firstly, introduce us as the only real undefeated team, Arsenal. Because like I said again, all competitions now, we are the only club.
Wait, why are all
losing everywhere? Look, what do you mean why? Because no, not just plays in the Prem, bro.
No, even Casey's only saying this because he plays Man City next week. Otherwise, he wouldn't even be talking about it. That's why he's saying this. That's why he says this.
We'll get into predictions, bro.
I was going to say that. Listen, we're going to preview that game properly, obviously during the coming week. But what I'm going to say to you and Gunnar Lee is the pressure's more on you lot than them. That is all I'm going to say. But carry on. Let's speak about Arsenal, Bournemouth.
That's fine. I like pressure.
Are you sure? You sure you like pressure, Casey? Your club with pressure. It don't go hand in. I'm joking.
But nah, man. Like, so as I said, just address me as undefeated, the real undefeated, undisputed, whatever you want to call me. And that's it, man. That's what my flowers today.
By the way, Casey, if you want to link up Angularly, we're the only undefeated in the Prem. But
North London come, bro. Manchester get soaked up.
Yeah,
get shut up. North London protected, bro. Come North London if you want to be safe.
Get me.
We don't lose around there. But anyway, continue, Monty.
But yeah, big up obviously Arsenal on their 4-0 win. I think it was nothing short of expected. I think 4-0 was that result told the story. I think some results don't tell the story. That result definitely told the story. Havertz getting his first goal. It was a nice touch to give him the penalty. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a nice touch. Odegaard had a very good game.
Hashtag
But I think it was like the reason you already know why this gets more airtime, because it's like it's Bournemouth, it's Arsenal. There was only one way this game was gonna go. Even if they was to score first, I still think Arsenal would come back and probably whip them 4-1. Literally, like I don't see. I think Arsenal play them 10 times, win 10 times. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're scrubs, as I said in the preview. Bournemouth aren't scrubs, but they're just just too many flaws below Arsenal, regardless of who.
I just want to touch on a few points in the game. Not anything mad. One, you already touched on it, the Havertz penalty. I think that was perfect. That's what needed to happen, because the media, it was starting to get like not only the media, the fans were starting to get a bit frustrated. Like, where's this guy's GA coming from? You're seeing the 007s, 008s.
A bit restless, isn't
getting
it?
the preps ready. Yeah, it's getting restless. So I think that penalty now just, it doesn't stop the critics, because the critics was gonna move on to the fact that it wasn't open play. Then all of this.
You know
that's what's gonna start next.
Yeah.
You know what's next. But I think that just kind of shifts the limelight away from him a touch, and just allows him to get back to playing his game, and no one really focused on him getting a goal or getting an assist. Like, you've got your goal now, we move on, kind of thing. Like, the 007 thing stops, the 008 thing all stops now. That's the first thing I want to say. And the other thing I want to say is, bro, Odegaard, the doubters were there last week. Odegaard's not good enough. Big games, Tottenham overrun him, this, that. Well, you just saw today. I know Bournemouth for Bournemouth, but the quality, you just can't stop quality in it. Like, the guy is just.
Let's hope he has another big game this weekend. So let's hope after last week's
game. The future thing. You're the one that said at the beginning of the show, the future thing. We're not doing that. Right now, we're here to talk about Arsenal, Bournemouth. Why are you telling me about City? This is you see, I caught him. This is what he done the last time, bro. You know when I said he was talking about the Carabao Cup and then the Champions League group stage game, and then he moved on to, am I gonna win it? Like, this is it, bro. We're talking about this fixture, or how many good other teams there are.
You know what's mad as well, yeah. You know what's mad. Everybody feels like, Arsenal are just gonna get beat in it, but it's funny. This season, Spurs, they got a draw at the Emirates. Spurs, they beat Liverpool for the first time since 2017. Seasons are changing, man. We beat Everton for the first time away.
You said this about City last year.
Listen. I'm
literally monster.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's just a broken
word. Other than this season, there have been teams that have struggled. Arsenal struggled against Everton away. Crystal Palace, we've normally struggled against. So all I'm saying is, right now, right here, I'm sitting in the behold. I'm not saying anything other than
no future thing. I just got told not to do the future thing.
No, but I'm just saying. No, okay. If you're talking, listen. Because if you want to do that, I'm just saying to you, I don't know why everyone's writing off Arsenal after like we're some rub team. But anyway, I
didn't write you off. I just said the pressure's on. I didn't write you off.
Telling me I've got City. You keep talking about I've got City, because the way you're talking about City, you're saying it like we don't have a chance. That's basically how you're chatting about them. Like,
now you know wait. Do you know what that sounds similar to? Do you remember the NLD derby? Do you remember that one? Like, you're talking to me like I don't have a chance. So when we tried to tell you then, and you were chance. These are the. Remember that one?
I'm just saying to me. Listen to me.
You're just saying.
We're here to talk about Bournemouth, and it's kind of diverted to City already, like I thought it would. But I'm not going to let you do that today. Today we are here to talk about that. Once we go to the preview, we can talk about City. We can talk about them. But for now, I'm only taking questions about Bournemouth. So fire away.
Yeah, I don't really have any more questions. I said what I needed to say about your victory. It was
Then
very
that's fine.
convincing.
Then I'll continue bigging up the boys. Benny Blanco. Yeah? Benny Blanco. I don't want to say best right back in the league right now, but yeah, the murmurs, isn't it? Murmurs. That's my guy. You know what I mean?
I will
That's my
say
guy.
Saka, on the face of it, listen, everybody kept saying that Saka's not playing well, this, that, and the other. I feel like I saw some, I was trying to find it, but I think he's got a direct goal contribution in, I think it's like every game this season, other than one. He's got, I think, what is that? 4, 5? Wait, hold on. What's that? 3, 5, 6? What's that? No, 5 goals this season, 4 assists in what, 9 games? Come on, man.
Jeez.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You hear that one? Yeah, I know you like that one. That's
Come on,
bad.
Yeah. So the narrative,
And he's giving off penalties as well.
Come on.
Wait, so Goodly, so you're telling me the narrative is that he wasn't playing well, but he's got 9 GA in 9 games.
No. I'm listen.
That's what you're telling me. I hope that's not what you're telling me.
No.
I really hope that's not what you're telling me.
What I am saying to you is everybody was saying
Rob,
that.
look at the camera. Look at the camera when I'm saying that as well.
No. Everyone's saying. Everyone's
I
saying.
just want some bread.
Everyone's saying that he's not playing well, but listen, the stats and the figures are showing something different right now. So, that's what people were doing for Mo Salah and that. So, you know what I'm saying?
As I said, GA only for against certain conversations, different structure, different folks. You know what?
But for real, look, like that you can't take much away from that. But you know what's nice and where Arsenal are at in terms of being a team now, we go into games and we're expected to win. We're expected to win every game, and we're it's almost like it's at how many goals now. And I know we've only scored 4 goals in the Prem once, but what I am trying to say is it's weird if we don't, because we've got such a good team and we can take a few players out and we're still dominating. You take out the likes of what's his name? Partey was still playing well. You can take out bloody, I don't know, like Fabio Vieira. You can take out Fabio Vieira and he's still playing well. Saka, you can come off after 65 minutes now. We can do this because we've got a squad that is playing all cohesively. So for me, look, right now, I'm very, happy what's going on. I feel like we're just dominating teams. The possession in every single game, other than the Crystal Palace game when we had 10 men. Listen, we're not letting teams have chances, even though they do score, but they'll have 1 or 2 chances and they're scoring off of that, which is poor. But we're not, letting people have loads of shots against us. Listen, man, we're warming. I feel like we're warming now, man. It's good.
Fair enough. Listen, people, we're gonna end it there though. We'll obviously get into City and Chelsea, obviously, in the coming days. I know the Premier League fixtures are a bit confusing, obviously, as well as the Champions League and the Europa League and everything coming up. Is the fixtures? I don't know what they're doing with the fixtures this season. It's a bit confusing, but we'll get around it and we'll deal with it as we always do. Big up everyone. You know what I'm saying? Big up Corey, made his little cameo as well. And we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow as we do. Anyway, people, it's been another episode of Big Six Fans. Big up you guys. Big up everyone for the super chats. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. We're not too far off of 210 likes. We're only 20 to go. So let's just get that back in the watch backs. Let's get all the way to 6.7K. We're halfway there now. So again, if you love this stream, make sure you go and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Big up Greenlee and make sure to subscribe to him as well. It's been another day. It's been another game week. It's been Big Six Fans. We'll see you soon.